session for the shoulder. This is Azar, Doctor of Physical Therapy again. Today we want to know why we get that impingement syndrome and how it happens and what's the mechanic of it. First of all, I want to show you a picture of that impingement syndrome. As we said, that supraspinatus muscle passing underneath that curvature, bony curvature, and then it can get trapped for these so many different reasons. Some people genetically have that little hook of the bone that push on that joint. You see that's the intact supraspinatus right there, and that's the injured supraspinatus. You see how it shows with the red? So it's inflamed because it's getting pushed underneath that bony curvature. Some people that bone is hooky more than other people, genetic. Some people have the shoulder that bent up already. So imagine if that head of the humerus bone, which is the arm bone, or if that scapula by itself goes up, it's gonna push on that muscle. So basically you can get pushed because of the mechanical issue, the anatomical issue that you have genetically. Or you can get it because doing a lot of overhead movement. Every time we go overhead, that hook, the bony hook, pushes on that supraspinatus. So what we can do to fix all of this? First of all, we have to know what muscles are tight and what muscles are weak on that. So first of all, this is the muscle that's tight usually, our friend, upper trapezius, remember? If that's tight, what happens? The whole shoulder goes up, right? If the whole shoulder goes up, we have a possibility for that head of that humerus bone to push on the muscle, right? And make it go inflame or tear. What we can do, of course, I showed you already. So this is the stretch for that little upper trapezius muscle, our friend. It's helpful, not for the neck only, but for the shoulder. The second issue, some people have the shoulder forward, the same as the neck problem. I told you about the forward shoulder, how dangerous it can be. Even for that reason, it can pass through here. Imagine if it passed through here and then your shoulder is forward. So your bone is forward, pushing on that little tendon of the muscle again. Make it inflame. So posture, bring it back, go backwards, do rolls. All kind of exercise I already showed in the neck videos. What else we can do for that? We have to strengthen some muscles that correct the position of the shoulder blade. One of the important muscles is the muscles that rotate our humerus outward. Inward also, but mostly outward. I'm going to tell you why. The muscle that goes outward is back in here, and they are helping the scapula or shoulder blade to be in the right position so it takes the pressure off of that tendon. So what we can do, I'm going to show you with the band. I'm going to pick the band color. This is probably harder color, so I'm going to show you all the colors right here. Okay. This is the easiest color usually. Actually the yellow is easiest, but this is after yellow. I'm going to pick this for people that have so much pain. You're going to hold it in your hand, okay, like that, thumbs up, and you're going to keep that elbow attached to your body, very important. Keep that elbow attached to your body and go like this, right? We call it external rotation exercise. That helps you to correct the position of your shoulder blade and help that impingement. So first it was stretching the upper trapezius, right there. Then rowing, bringing your shoulder blade backwards. Then outward rotation. These are very important, but not only that, it's a lot of other muscles that can get involved in that situation. Remember we talked about one of these exercises, which is punch the ceiling. You can use that here too again. So, punching the ceiling. How it can help the impingement though? It seems like we are pushing that bone more towards that more towards that tendon, so it looks a little dangerous to do that. But you have to be making sure that you're doing it correctly. If you're really doing it with the whole shoulder blade, you're safely correcting things. And how we correct? Because we talked about the little muscle back there underneath that scapula or shoulder blade that keep that shoulder blade close to the thorax. You should remember that. I focus that a lot. And if the shoulder blade's off the thorax, we have too much mobility of the shoulder blade, not the stability, and then we're gonna be in trouble. Even in the shoulder, because remember, that shoulder joint, the ball and socket, is very mobile, as we said. So what gives it the stability? The muscles of the shoulder blade, our friend, the triangular bone in the back. These muscles are big, very effective, and then they provide the stability of that joint for us, because this joint is no way to be stable, because if this joint is stable, then we're not going to have all the movement that we need during the daily life. But if it's too much mobility also, we're in trouble, because if it moves too much, especially forward and up, then what happens is it's going to push on that little supraspinatus tendon, and it can, make it inflame or tear. So basically we're trying to take the pressure off of that tendon. We can ice, definitely we should ice that area to decrease the inflammation. We need to avoid overhead movement, especially active overhead, especially with the weight. So I'm not going to do this at all as an exercise. I say, oh, that's a good exercise for the shoulder. No, not always. That could be really dangerous for people with the issue of the impingement, right? Especially in the sideways. No, you don't want to do that. So it's some no-nos for the rotator cuff problems and some exercises that are really helpful. So I try to go over the helpful one and the no-nos. And then hopefully next session we can start another injury of the shoulder. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.